You've tuned into The Mountain Gardener with your host, Ken Lain. Gardening can be challenging, but with these simple insider tips, you'll reap huge rewards. Now, let's tune into today's Mountain Gardener with Ken and Lisa. And we are back with Lisa Waters Lain in the studio. She comes each week with your garden questions. Just what is everyone else talking about out in the gardens? Welcome to the studio, Lisa.
Thank you. Good to be back.
It is good to be back. It's kind of nice to be autumn. Such a beautiful time. It is autumn. Come on. It's like I was talking to friends who are in Dallas. It's like 100 degrees. They're just whining, complaining, like Texans do. Just kidding. Sorry, Texans. But Dallas is hot. And we're like, oh no, we're going to be 87 today. We're in agony. It'll be like 59 tonight. We can't even sleep with the windows open. It's terrible.
The nights are nice.
Yeah,
the days
beautiful.
are still a hair warm.
For you, they're not quite warm enough for me. So.
Hence our issues.
Well, the gardens are sure loving it. Man, the ivy, the vines are going nuts right now. They're like I'm having a hard time keeping them in check because they're growing so fast. So the gardens are certainly happy. Some things are fading though.
Yeah, some things that got really tired this summer. I noticed some of the maples, some of the aspens are just kind of going, is it bedtime yet? Yeah. I'm ready to go to bed. Yeah. They just have that. It was kind of a rough summer. I think
too, the days, the daylight, you can tell the days are getting shorter.
Oh yeah.
And some plants, they have no interest in short days. They want full sun. If they could be in Alaska 24/7, and we want 1 hour of night. And we're happy the rest of the time. As it shortens, you start to see things going, well, it's been a good ride. I think like my tomatillos, they're like, I think we're just done. I've produced. If you should be happy by now, otherwise you don't get anything else out of me. So I think he's being pulled out of the garden.
He needs to. Yeah. He kind of took over the garden.
It's a big plant, like tomatoes.
Big plant.
They're big plants.
I didn't realize it was that big.
Well, plus we put it in a big tall pot. So we have a huge plant, 2 of them in a huge tall decorative glazed pot. So it just kind of cool.
May not happen next year.
Okay. All right.
Too see. Big.
You'll forget by next spring. Tomatillos sound good. Let's buy 5. That's the way it goes sometimes. That's why it's good to keep good notes.
Yeah.
Take pictures. Have a garden journal.
Write your notes. Keep your tags. Yes, all those things. Very important.
What are other people talking about?
Well, not their tomatillos. That's for sure. Okay. Jonathan is in Prescott Valley. He needs a good hardy ground cover for a hillside on the southwest side of his home.
Okay, hot. Yeah.
He was looking at the Calgary carpets or the coral beauties, the cotoneaster.
Yeah.
Wants to know, is one hardier than the other? Is one preferable than the other? Is there any other recommendations you have?
Good question. Yeah, good question, Jonathan. So junipers, there's several ground cover junipers, and there's quite a few ground cover cotoneasters. In fact, we have an entire section of just knee high and below things like that. So Jonathan, it might be good to, instead of doing your recon online, come in and actually touch, feel, and see what they look like. It's far easier that way. So both are good choices. In fact, if it's a large area, Jonathan, do both. We'll do a groupings of 5 over here, a grouping of 5 over there, and they're companion plants. So they grow together. And so which one is better than the other? They're both really strong. They're both really good. And they're often designed. Like if you're designing one and you've got room for another, you kind of break it up. So it's not just a sea of sameness. Right. Going back to your question though, and what else would you suggest? Now, I like answering that question because it's unlimited. I guess we did write an article last weekend on ground covers and vines. So a lot of vines everyone thinks of vines as they must grow up something, a fence or pergola, a trellis. Right. They can just grow up a hill or across the yard. So honeysuckle, there's quite a few honeysuckle that are perfect for this. And I would say honeysuckle is used more for ground cover than it is for climbing up thing, or as often used as ground cover as it is up things. An interesting one that I've seen at like Yavapai College, they used a ground cover trumpet vine. as a ground cover. You know, it's a steep slope. This is a big red flower. It's like a honeysuckle on steroids. It just grows really fast, really big. But if you just let it grow across the ground, it's like a 1 foot tall, just spreading thing. It was stunning, just stunning. Virginia creeper. That's another vine that's very much in the wild. That's a native plant for here. That's how it grows in the wild, as a ground cover, not as growing up things, but as a ground cover. Well, you can do that. Everyone wants to put it up some sort of trellis work, but it's natively programmed to go ground cover. So I would say those are good. Think of your vines. And then there's some other ground covery kinds of things. Of course, the number one perennial that's used that way is periwinkle or vinca. It's a evergreen, kind of a 8-inch wide, tall, spreading.
Would you use that
perennial.
In a hot
area?
hillside?
Yeah, if you could water it enough. Yeah, that's true. Oh, one that you could is Oregon grape.
Oh,
Or Mahonia. There's a native one. It's called Rippens or ground cover or carpet. Manzanita. It's not Manzanita. Mahonia. It is actually a good native, strong grower. Once you get established, never care for it. Ignore it. It blooms better in the spring. It has better berries in the fall. Great little evergreen. In the sun, it actually has brighter colors that comes out. So if you get it in more sun, it has this bright yellowy orange, red color tinge to it throughout the winter. It's quite striking. There's lots of choices. I would say take a measurement. Just walk it out, get close. Is it 50 feet or is it 5 feet? And then how deep? Bring a picture and we can help you design that and tell you how many you need to pull off that hillside retention kind of thing.
Yep.
Great question, Jonathan.
All right. Next question is from Emma. She says she was looking for a red maple, but sees that we only have Autumn Fantasy and Autumn Blaze. Is there a reason you don't carry red maples?
Oh, that's a good one. I love the Midwestern folks. Emma, great question. Obviously, from somewhere in the middle of the country where Acer reprum or red maples are very famous, that one does grow here, and it does okay. It tends to get wind whipped or wind torn or damaged early on when it's young. It just gets beat up, and it's so slow growing. It's a hardwood, and so it just takes so long to fill out. It just looks terrible for the first 3 to 5 years of its life, and then it's glorious. So you will see some around. What we found is when we take a graft, if we take a cutting from a red maple and graft it onto the root of a silver maple, we get what's called a Prescott Blaze. Look for Blaze maple. It's the fastest growing of the red maples. So it is genetically it is related to, but it's a cross. And so we're getting this blend between the two. So we get the fast growing hardiness of the silver maple. We get the red and the leaf shape of the red maple. And now we have a fast growing maple, turns red in the fall, that doesn't get a wind tear or leaf tear when it's young. It's a far better choice at a high elevation, windy area, especially if you're up on those ridge lines where you just get, some of you folks have so much wind, or the valley areas. It's ridiculous how those wind shears come down and just wreak havoc on the landscape, especially when they're young. As plants mature and get larger, they can protect themselves. But we want the plants to we want your landscape to look good day one after planting, and then only get better from there. Okay. So Blaze or Armstrong, there's several like that are good.
They're
for
cross. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Next question is from Sierra. She says, I heard you talking about using thyme in place of a traditional lawn. Yeah. She was researching it and saw that there are like a bazillion different types of thyme. So her question was, what type of thyme would you recommend for a lawn?
Yeah, so Sierra, so woolly thyme is the one that's famous, but it's so low, it's not really a good choice for a lawn thing. It's more for in-between nooks and crannies like flagstone patios. Yeah, you're better off going with your English, some of your taller, faster growing thymes. Our thymes, and some of them, they're so similar, you can't hardly tell the difference between them. True. One have a slight pink flower, one have a white flower, but basically they look the same. Pick a good strong grower and just roll with it. You won't be able to tell. They'll get a little bit taller than the regular lawn, probably about, just above ankle high. Nice evergreen, super drought hardy. Animals don't eat it. They're not going to dig it up. You don't have bug issues. The dogs can go on it without spotting it. It's got a lot going on, but mainly it's low maintenance. You're basically mowing it once a year. So that's the beauty, with a fraction of the water use. And that's why you're using it. Sierra, great question. So we are out of time. Can Elisa Lain, the Mountain Gardeners. Water's garden companion plants for September are pampas grass, honeysuckle, raywood ash, and lacy blue Russian sage.
Lacy blue Russian sage is a Water's preferred perennial for its compact form that doesn't flop over in the landscape like others.
The spiky blue flowers bloom summer through fall with aromatic foliage detestable to all animals.
Simply stunning at the edge of dry stream beds mixed with wildflowers.
Shop in-store or online at watersgardencenter.com. For a more fruitful garden, increased success in the landscape that just feels better, then tune in daily to the Mountain Gardener podcast. Subscribe through your favorite podcast streamer or visit watersgardencenter.com. Better yet, visit me directly right here at Waters Garden Center. Thanks for tuning in.